Welcome everybody, man. It's a Monday. That means it's 7:04 Charlotte Bound Day. Welcome everybody to the podcast 7:04 Charlotte Bound Show, man. I'm your host, Twan Don. We got an action-packed show for you guys tonight, man. Tonight's topic is Chuba Hubbard, man. He will be a certified top 5 running back in 2025, man. With the show, man, like we gotta start talking life into our team, man. And what these guys can be. At the same time, be realistic and not go completely off the train tracks. We're going to also get into some other news with training camp and what's going on. Speaking of Mr. Chuba Hubbard, things are getting frisky in practice. We'll listen to what he said today in his interview, talk about what's going on in practice, who's looking good in practice. I got Claire Aries, the problem veteran Nick, and my man Edge in the building, and we're going to all bring our stories and what we've been hearing to the front of the stage, man, so we can get into discussion about it. Hey, not further ado, man, let me go ahead and bring my man Nick Gaskins, the problem veteran, up in here. Nick, what's going on, bro?
What's good?
Ready to go?
Let's go.
So y'all know, man, Edge will be calling in a minute. Edge is on the road, man. But the first lady's in the house, man. Aries Claire in the building. What's going on, lady?
Not much. Plenty of computer troubles, but not much.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you. Like I said, Edge will be joining us in momentarily. But look, man, looks like training camp is getting started off. I told people a while back, man, I reminded Nick today in the chat and people, I said, bro, training camp don't start and you don't know if you got a good team until the fights start. So the fights have started early, man. And we'll get into that discussion and what it means for our team, man. But today's topic, who we're going to concentrate the most on today is Mr. Chuba Hubbard. Chuba still has a lot of doubters out here, bro. A lot of doubters. But what's new in Carolina Panthers world and Carolina Panthers fans? Never seen an organization like ours that like to dump on their own players as much as we do. But when ones are doing good, Claire, when the ones that are actually playing well, I think those players should be off limits. So look, let's just go ahead and get into it, man. Look, I think Chuba Hubbard will be a top 5. I mean, that's definitely his ceiling this year. I don't think he'll fall outside the top 10. Every year the dude comes into to practice. He comes into camp in better shape than he was the year before. Faster, stronger. Hearing nothing but great things out of Chuba. Today we heard, Chuba got into some scuffles, you know what I'm saying? I love it. Anybody's ever played football and, when you in practice and things like that, bro, like it's just emotion. Football is raw emotion, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes when somebody get the best of you, you know what I'm saying, then, people tend to go at each other, verbally and spar and things like that, whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a common goal is that we're on the same team and we're trying to win, and all they're doing is getting each other better. Start off with the first lady of the show. Claire, what do you think the ceiling is for Chuba this year, and how do you feel about how he's going to stack up with other running backs, and how good can he be this year, or do you think he falls back this year?
Well, I think it's been I guess shock to anybody. I guess not really shock, but lately I've been kind of down about this team. I've talked to a few people about some of the future topics that we're going to be talking about, just in general, people even at work. And I did say that one of these spots that there is no way that I could sit here and have any negative things to say, maybe just concerns, but negative things to say is going to be that running back room with Chuba Hubbard being in front.
Let me go ahead. Claire, I'm sorry. I just read something. I got to address it real quick.
Oh, I haven't. Okay.
704 Charlotte Bound Show. Look, one thing we're not dealing with this year is constant nonsense. You know what I'm saying? I don't talk behind people's backs. I tell them straight up. I told G Baby, stop bringing that negative shit over here. But he's determined to keep doing the shit in our chat, you know? So
What did he say?
G-Baby,
I don't even see it.
He told me that's got to be the dumbest title and blah, blah. He don't like Chuba anyway. But guess what? We don't like your comments, so we're banning your ass from this show. You're done, bro. You won't be able to comment anymore. Your ass is out of here. All right? You want to take it up with me? You know where to find me. I'll be at C3 Friday night. If you want to take it up with me, then do that shit. But go to somebody else's show and troll and all that. We're not doing that shit over here. Your ass is banned for life. The only way you come the fuck back up here is if you come on here audio and apologize to the whole staff, bro. Holla at you. Go ahead, Claire.
This is one of those areas and topics that I can't even be negative about it. I can't. Chuba, I've said to a couple of people, I think even, within our group, that he's probably on this current roster one of my favorite players. Just because of who he is, both on the field and off the field. The kid has done nothing but improve year in and year out. And the one bad year, I guess if you could call it bad, that he did have, it was due to injury. And we learned, I think in his third year that he really had been battling, health struggles for the majority of his time. He just fought through them and played, and it paid off because, he went for over 1,100 yards and 10 touchdowns. So, I think as far as Chuba Hubbard goes, he is, again, one of the few players who I feel like this going into this year after the year he just had. And I think he will get to elevate himself. And he's got some competition in that room with both Rico and even Trevor Etienne.
Trevor Etienne.
Yeah. And I think he's going to be another, great weapon in that backfield as he comes along too. I think with Chuba, sky's truly the limit at this point. They didn't even feel the need to exercise a 5th-year option on him. They paid him and he earned it. And there's a reason for that. So
thank you. Claire said he earned it. We ain't give him shit. They didn't give him nothing.
No, he earned it. He earned that.
Yeah. Not to cut Claire off because I want her to keep going, but look, the thing with Chuba, when we got Chuba in 2021, CMC was still here though, right? So he played behind CMC. He got 612 yards as a rookie. I don't know why people look at 612 yards playing behind a player like CMC as like that was nothing. He was the backup running back. He probably didn't do the greatest catching out of the backfield that year. But he was a rookie, but some stuff slided. When the year after that, he got 466. But remember, Chuba, again, he wasn't the main back. He was playing behind somebody, and he dealt with some injuries that year. But the year before in 2023, 902, 98 yards away from 1,000. And then last year, with 2 less games, another 15-game season, he had 1,195 yards. 10 touchdowns, 5 in the first year, 2 in the second year, 5 again in year 3. Claire Edge and Nick, man, what I see him besides 2022 is improving and getting better every year.
Yeah, like I said, he only had that one, I guess if you call it a down year, really just one down year. And in 2023, no, that's not when we had when did we have Foreman? That wasn't in 23, was it?
2022.
That must have been 2. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and shit, probably half of that 466 came from that Detroit game that we saw, bro.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
He was hard for that. Hey, look, I'm gonna go ahead and get Edge in here because look, Edge was nice enough to join us tonight. He's very dedicated. Shout out to Edge, man. He on his way to work, but he still wanted to get a time in with the show. with his people, man. Hey, Edge, what you feel about Chuba this year, brother? Hey, shout out to Lynn. Let me holler at the people in the chat real quick too, man. Shout out to Navas in here. Shout out to my man Bringle Pringle. I love that name, bro. Shout out to that Bringle Pringle. Alonzo Sampson in the building. What up, Twan? I need this truth. Shout out to Alonzo. Shout out to the people that constantly keep coming over here and showing love with the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. My man Navas said that year he had splitting with Foreman really propelled him. Look, see, as long as people know the truth, because you got people out here that try to pull the wool over Panthers fans' eyes and make it seem like, oh, he just sucked that year. That wasn't the case. They were splitting. I mean, Foreman was playing a lot better than him that year. You know? Shout out to Sideshow in the building. Sideshow in the building. I mean, salute to him. What's up, Doug, in the building? Y'all salute 704 Charlotte Bound Show. Gang and First Lady. You know, Claire, they love you, Claire. They love you. Edge, man. Talk to me, man. Hey, Edge, make me feel incredible. Talk about Chuba and what Chuba gonna do this year, bro.
Bold prediction right here. You heard it here. You heard it here first on 704 Charlotte Bound Show on July. I mean, basically towards the end of July.
28.
Chuba Hubbard will be a Pro Bowler. Pro Bowler. Pro Bowler.
I like that.
He's gonna be a Pro Bowler. And honestly, look, when we got Chuba, I wasn't too big on him. I saw the breakaway speed he got. I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing up home state. I got you. But I wasn't the biggest guy on him because we had CMC back there. But then in the back of my head, I always had to say, well, if CMC get hurt, hey, if Chuba figures it out and takes off, he good. But his breakout performance that I saw was that Detroit game when Dan Campbell went up to Steve Wilkes as when he was interim head coach and said, "Hey, that's some good shit."
Yeah,
you put it down. That's some good shit. Because that game, not only
Edge was in the building that game, they called it the coldest game ever in Panthers history.
That was a cold fucking game.
That was a cold fucking game.
They called it the coldest game.
That game. Yeah, but that game, Chuba, not only the Foreman breakout, Chuba broke out as well. And that would there's a point in time where a player has to have I'm him game. You know, I mean every player on our team has to have that game. I mean, our quarterback had it his very last game of the year. Chuba had it 2 years ago and everything. And what Chuba did, not only did he have that game, but he cemented himself for the front office saying, you know what? I like it. Boom. Hey, let's go ahead and give him a sign. And yeah, you know, there were some people who didn't like the signing of it and everything. But when you actually dig deep into the contract, when you dig deep into the contract though and actually look at it and break it down number by number by number, Chuba he got underpaid. He got underpaid. Where I'm not calling him Barkley. I'm not calling him Derrick Henry. I'm not calling him none of that. I'm not saying he's Josh Jacobs or even or Aaron Jones. I'm not saying that. But if you guys forget, last season he was in the top 5 for running backs for about damn near like almost 2 months rushing wise. And I'm talking play numbers and rushing. He was top 5, you know. So that's what people fail to realize when they hear about Chuba. Yes. Back to the ground and pound, you know, the 2 split back system. I'm happy for that because in a 2-back system, you know, not only does that both your running back split time, I mean, they're probably not gonna like it, but you also gotta look at it like this. Whatever type of system that you're running, it can help both because one, that's where Two, that's a long career because everybody else that's on this panel, a running back's career is what, less than 5 years, and Chuba's been here 4 or 5, so he's exceeding that expectation of longevity of being available. You know, yes, he has some injuries, but he's elevating himself to have the availability and longevity for his body to keep going and keep consuming these reps that he's getting. Because if you guys don't remember, Nick did say when a running back gets what, Nick, over is it over 250 to 300 carries, like 200, 300 touches, career starts to decline the very next year. Was it?
Well, he's at 250.
Was
now.
it about that number?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
No, it's 400.
So,
that year the CMC got hurt, he had 400 touches.
Yeah.
It was some unprecedented amount of touches.
Okay. So Chuba's getting half of that. So his career is steadily keep going. If we were to get this man 400 touches, yeah, he could be a top 3 running back, but the career will probably start to decline. And if you don't believe me, go look back at CMC. Go look back at Ezekiel Elliott. 2 guys that were prominent guys that were going to take the NFL by storm, and their career starting to decline and the injuries starting to stack up. And that's all I got to say about Chuba.
I mean, just to give it what the context of what Ed just said, his best year at San Francisco, he had over 400 touches. His best year in Carolina, he had over 400 touches. The very next year, for both of those years, he was riddled with injuries. So you can just look at the context of what y'all. I'd rather them be splitting time.
Well, yeah. I mean, one is, go ahead, continue though, Nick. Tell us what you think. What's your
look. I'm gonna say this right here. What y'all don't realize is that Chuba will probably be even more dangerous than he was this year because Rico Dowdle will be on the field also.
Correct.
Because at the end of the day, you don't know what to prepare yourself for, because you either prepare yourself for Chuba to go out on the edge and then he'll hit you with the speed, or you prepare for Rico Dowdle to either bust out on the outside and catch the ball or run up the middle. I mean, at the end of the day, a 1-2 punch. And it's just like Claire's always been talking about, having that 1-2 punch. I mean, it might be a blessing for him. He might have more yards this year than he had last year.
We've seen that happen before. I mean, like shit. I mean, how many times have the Carolina Panthers had a 1-2 punch in our history? I mean, both years is when we were probably at our absolute best, For over the years, we've been trying to get away from our DNA, man, but we've always been built on the run game and defense, and it looks like it's back this year.
Yeah, that's what I'm excited about. It does look like we might be getting back to who the Carolina Panthers were.
So, what's the news, man? Anybody been hearing? What have you guys been hearing about Chuba Hubbard in terms of practice, other than the fights, which we'll get into in a moment, man? What have y'all been hearing?
I've been hearing. I mean, I know y'all. Everybody's seen him with that spin move on the even though it's a drill. At the end of the day, the way that he spin, that spin was crazy, man. Because to spin that way and keep your balance, that's if he can do. If he hit a dude with that in the right area, man, he wouldn't even have stumbled. You forgot. So if he hitting a guy like that, the guy will be firm and he'll hit it and turn and he won't even stumble and stay in stride, man. That's crazy. That spin move is ridiculous, man. I'm waiting to see him hit somebody with it.
Anybody else?
I mean, it's sad that the main thing that's being highlighted is just that little scuffle between him and Trevin Wallace. But I mean, here's what's been said. If you want to hear, I don't know if people have been seeing highlights. I know they try to do some highlights and show what the reporters are seeing, but just some things that I've heard. Mostly, I think it's been Coach Canales has talked about. is just, and Sideshow Rob kind of alluded to it earlier, just even with his own opinion of Chuba. And they said it when they signed him, and it seems to be something that is just staying with him and will always follow him, which is Chuba is somebody who embodies what they want out of a player, and out of someone who is a representation of who the franchise is as far as like moral fiber and what they believe in. And that's something that Canales has even talked about, just even with OTAs and practice, and him being a veteran, him being a very vocal leader, not just in the running back room, but just for the overall offense. He's becoming, in a weird way, it's almost like he's becoming the model of what they are trying to do. They want guys who love football. They want guys who are going to fight, not literally, but, fight for their position. They want to fight to be better, fight to make each other better. But that's mostly everything I'm hearing has just been him really embodying what they are expecting out of every single person that makes that 53-man roster. I haven't heard anything negative. Obviously, I don't think we ever will. Not just because they would never say anything bad about him, but just because I don't think, I think even at this point, they paid him just this offseason. I think they trust Chuba to know to the point where if he were to ever make a mistake, even in practice, they are fine with being able to say, hey, it's okay, shake it off, go to the next one. And they're not going to harp on it saying like, you need to keep working on this. There's always room for improvement, but Chuba really seems to be the standard that they are wanting to try to set as an overall package for a player that they want. So that's just what I've been hearing. It's just the same words being used to describe him and who he is as a leader, who he is as a player and a person. So he's just ready to come to work every day, and that's all they ask for, and that's exactly who he's always been.
And the kid is a home run hitter. The kid's a home run hitter. You need him to end the game. You need somebody to end the game. Hand it off to Chuba. He'll end the game for you. He's done it a few times. He had done it a few times last season. And watching Chuba play. Oh, no, go ahead, Twan. Go ahead.
I want to ask y'all a question, man. Why do y'all think it is a lot of people still won't give Chuba his credit? What is it? What is it about Chuba that y'all think people are still afraid of, or is it this Carolina Panthers fans are still anemic to praising their own players and putting other players on other team ahead of our players all the time?
I'm gonna say this, man. I want to say this, and it's not a bad thing, but I guess it is a condensation. People look at names, man. People look at names. If your name ain't CMC, you ain't big enough. If you ain't Derrick Henry, you not good enough. If you're not Saquon, you ain't nothing. So people don't enjoy the thing that you do have that is successful unless your name is in the highlights. And that's just the honest truth, man. I don't care if Chuba could be the top 5 back this year. I don't care. I know he's good. I know he's gonna come to work and he's gonna put effort in. And that's all I need to know. I don't need him to be, oh, we got another superstar. I don't need that. And that's just honest with a lot of football fans are in love with the names.
Yeah, because the name sells. Name sells. Is a brand. The name sells. But this is my thing. And this is my thing on this. For the past 7 years, it's been bad. It's been bad. We haven't had no big names there. But you know what? Now that I actually kind of sat back, hear what everybody else has to say. No. But Twan. This is what I'm saying though. We may not have the Lamar Jacksons. We may not have the freaking Fred Warner. We may not have the CMC. We may not have the Derrick Henrys or the AJ Browns. You know what I'm saying? We may not have those or the Odell Beckhams or the Odell Beckhams. We may not have those type of names. But here's the thing, though.
You named a lot of people that crashed out and burned, though.
Well, not all of them, because AJ Brown's still doing his
CMC
thing.
ain't a flex no more. CMC ain't a flex.
Yeah,
he ain't a flex no more.
I get that, but those are big guys who have big names. You can put a brand behind it and be good. But here's my thing. We may not have those big names. As of right now, I'm actually okay with it. I'm actually okay when not having a big name. Because when the Carolina Panthers run this city and everything and they're gonna do something in this freaking division, the name Carolina Panthers is gonna strike more brand notoriety than anything, and it's gonna because of the guys that we have. We may be a small market team, but trust me, the names that you're gonna see behind the Carolina Panthers, those are gonna be the guys that's gonna run this. And they may not be big names, but trust me, when these guys start being top 5, top 10, sprinkling it into the top 15 in different type of categories, I mean, shoot, I'm cool with that. And I believe Chuba Hubbard is definitely going to be right there. That's why the name of this dang show is Can Chuba Hubbard be a top 5 running back in 2025?
No, it don't say can he be. It says he will be.
Yeah.
It says he will
But yeah,
be.
but here's my thing, Twan. You already know what I'm gonna say. Hey, I'm all cool with it. I need to see it on the field. Put it on the field. I gotta see it.
I mean, but you saw it on the field last year.
Yeah, I need to see it on the field this year. Though. Last year. I need to see it this year.
Got you. Let's listen to Chuba. Let's dissect what Chuba said in his interview today, man.
Obviously, early physical practice. What happened on the play with Trevin, and kind of what happened afterwards?
Shoot, just football play. He's playing hard. That's what coach preaches. So, nothing to be mad about. It's just football. So, obviously, a lot of emotions in it, but he's playing hard, and that's what we need. So, I love it.
But you seemed mad at the time.
No. Football's.
See, Edge, you know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it alone, bro. We got some of the dumbest media, bro. That man is up there smiling now. He said, "Football is football. It's emotional." And I don't know if you guys can hear it, but one of the reporters just asked him, said, "But you seemed mad at the time." They didn't ask him how training camp's going, how he felt like he did today. Everybody
Hold on.
to the negative shit.
Twan, it's not just he. Not one of them said that. That was David Newton.
Yeah. He said, "But you seem mad at the time." He's clearly over it. If a dude is up there smiling, I mean, he really probably don't even want to talk about that shit. But let's go.
To be mad about, it's just football. So, obviously, a lot of emotions in it, but he's playing hard, and that's what we need. So, I love it.
But you seemed mad at the time.
No. Football's all about emotions. Obviously, I got hit, reacted a certain way, but like I said, he's playing hard, and I can't be mad about that.
It seems like you guys were more focused, obviously, on the run today because you had the pads on. What did you see from the other running backs as you were kind of like waiting in between reps?
Yeah, everybody's running hard. A lot of good balance, low pads, physical running, and that's what we need. That's what we preach every day. So to see the young guys, follow suit, it was good.
This is hot for practice the last couple of days. I know you've been to Spartanburg too, but how would you rate this?
In all honesty, I don't really think about the heat, whether it's hot or cold. I just go out to practice, trying to get ready for the season, and it's a lot hotter than this. So, it was honestly a nice breeze today.
Where did you get the bump on your head?
Right here?
Yeah.
Damn, I'm on here on camera with an eggnog. Probably from that play. I'm not even gonna lie, I didn't even notice. Usually Tommy would have been telling jokes. I didn't even notice.
Speaking of Tommy, how's he doing? We see him running routes a little bit, staying out here. You guys know.
No, he's good. To see him kind of start to progress and get back to where he needs to be. Obviously, that's my guy. I need him on the field. So to see him progress and really progress fast, it's good to see. So hoping to have him back for the start of the season.
Chuba, I know you were always the crisis corner through all the adversity that you went through last year. What did you learn about him coming out the other outside and the way he finished the season?
I mean, everything Bryce has shown and been, I kind of feel like I already knew and saw from the beginning. So maybe it's new to you guys, but I feel like he's been resilient. He's been tough. He's been a leader since the beginning. So to see him just kind of flourish into who he needs to be, all a part of the plan.
I know you said that it's football, but in the moment, were you upset at all that you or just that you ended up on the ground?
No, I mean, at the end of the day, he's playing physical, like I said, playing fast.
What you laughed about there?
That was David Newton again, going back to the whole. You were, but you really seemed mad, and it's like, let it the F go.
Yeah.
Like, like, what more detail do you want this guy to go into? He's got a knot on his head for a reason. What more do you need?
Where did he get his journalism skills from, bro?
It's a gladiator sport, man. What do they expect? Like, it's gonna get touchy every once in a while. Somebody's gonna get hit the wrong way and get a little bit mad. It's okay.
And they're hot, which already makes you more irritable in general. Like, just let it go.
Look,
it's not a big deal.
This is why so many people don't respect today's journalism, bro. Because journalism now is these gotcha moments. All they want to talk about is negative shit to sell papers and books and the magazines or whatever. It's just like, talk about the game, bro. Look, he already addressed that shit. David Newton has been with the Panthers for how long? He's still asking dumbass questions.
He's been with them for damn 20 years.
He's just waiting for somebody to slip up to say something so that way he can,
like, this shit is new to him, bro.
Like, my God. Like, why are we still, like, stop trying to catch him saying something he shouldn't. Like, just shut up. Please shut up. Like, he's not going to ever say anything. He's not once ever said a thing bad. He's not going to. Like,
I guarantee you they warned them about, look, when you're new there, they're going to be like, it's a dude that's going to be in the crowd named David Newton. He's going to try to get you off your game with the questions. Ignore that bitch.
Tet swerved him on his very first press conference when he asked the stupid question. He was like, I'm not going to answer that. And he moved on. I was like,
I guarantee you they warned him.
He tried to get that man to have XL hate him on day one.
Yeah, he brought some stupid. I can't remember how he phrased it, but it was like
it was in condensation. It was condensation to basically saying that he was replacing XL as the number one wide receiver. That's what he was saying. That's basically what he was saying, and he wanted freaking him to go ahead and say, yeah, I'm about to take this man's job. That's what he wanted, but everybody ain't about to fall for that nonsense.
I just love how
that's just like when right after what you call got signed, he was like, what does it feel like making more money than your daddy?
Yeah.
What?
Hey, look, man, I wanna get Edge's words before Edge has to turn into work. Edge, is anything you want to say before you? I want to respect your time, and I know that you have to.
Oh, bro, look, I'm still on the road, man. I'm good.
Okay. Hey, man, one of the things I want to do, and me, Claire, and Edge for the most part, and now Nick, you going on like a year, right, with us, right?
Yeah,
gotta be, yeah.
So,
not more.
I try to do this every year, man, where I do this on the show. People could call it cheesy or whatever. But every year I take a time where I tell Edge and I tell Claire, thank you, man, for still being a part of this YouTube dream or whatever, you know what I'm saying, with the Panthers. It's just something that I love, that we love doing, and sticking by me, and Edge sticking by me, and believing in the vision that I have for the show. And now Nick, our brother Nick, is over here. And what Nick brings to the show. And I just want to tell y'all, in front of everybody, man, I appreciate what y'all do. I appreciate what y'all bring to the show, man. I couldn't ask for three better people, you know what I'm saying, over here. We're not a show where we beg for people to like us. We just report the sports, man. And if they like the show, then we try to give them our all. And if they don't, I believe at the end of the day that real sports talk and real debates and things like that will champion over fuck shit any day. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not telling people how to run their shows or anything like that. I'm not pointing this to anyone. I don't want anybody taking nothing personal because people got the right to run these shows how they want to. But I appreciate y'all, man, and everything y'all brought to the show. And shout out to y'all, man.
We appreciate you, man.
No problem. We appreciate you.
Claire been a superstar. Claire, you know our story, man. Like everybody knows who the fuck Claire is now, bro. And they know what she brings, bro. Everybody know who Nick is. They think Nick is a little controversial or whatever. But I love Nick because he says what's on his mind. Sometimes too damn much, and then they gotta reel that motherfucker in. I love Edge's soft nature, but I love the fact that if you get him going, then you'll be like, who the fuck is this? Edge will go there with you. You know what I'm saying? If you temper him that high, I actually like tempered Edge sometimes. Where he just go. You know what I'm saying? But
I don't like blue shirt Edge though.
Yeah, I'm trying. Yeah, I won't. I like blue shirt Edge. Though. I like blue shirt Edge.
Yeah. Don't let blue shirt Edge come out. I'm wearing a blue shirt too. Don't let him come out.
He is wearing a blue shirt.
Some people have seen blue shirt. I see blue shirt Edge. But look, man, shout out to y'all, and shout out to everybody that's been fucking with us all these years in the chat. Shout out to all of y'all, man, and man, look, we do this for each other and we do this for y'all. I'm not gonna lie about nothing. We thank y'all for all the monetary donations y'all give us and the support, and this is why we do it, man. Somebody told me, and I'm gonna leave it at this. Somebody told me 3.5, 4 years ago that we would never reach 1,000 subscribers if I left the show that I was on. And look, almost 7,000 subscribers later, the people spoke for themselves, man. So thank you. All right, man. So let's keep it going, man. People said, all right, man, enough with the cute shit. Let's talk about football. All right, let's keep it going with Chuba in the interview and more dumb shit by David Newton. Let's go.
I don't think anybody's really thinking about how you're going to hit somebody. It's just trying to make a play. So again, I don't fault anybody for playing hard. That's what I love. So I'm not gonna lie, I react crazy sometimes. I love football. I'm emotional, so that's how it is.
Did you guys have a conversation afterwards at all? You guys spoke?
Nah, I'll go in there in the locker room. No, it's all love. He knows that though. Yeah, Rico is a great guy on and off the field. He runs hard.
Hold on. One thing that Chuba said, and for anybody that's ever played football, we don't have to be friends for the rest of the day. We don't even have to be friends for the rest of the week. We know that we teammates though, and we know at some point that we are going to make up. Usually when guys get over their rifts for the week is on game day when they realize they're on the same team. You know what I'm saying? So, Chuba's just a nice guy. Like he said, he'll go in there, but it's okay if he doesn't. Those guys are going to come together like Voltron, bro. It's a competitive sport, man. These guys trying to make the team. It's going to be what it is. It's going to be some fights. It's going to be some more physical altercations, bro. Coaches love that shit. I ain't going to lie to you.
Great.
They want to see who won it.
The ball, great at doing damn near everything. So to be able to have him in our room, it's a blessing.
How are you guys' running styles?
Yeah, I feel like in our room we got a bunch of different styles, but at the end of the day, I think we all run hard and kind of run with the same intent in terms of being physical and aggressive. So I think we'll complement each other very well.
Chuba, could you tell whether it was Rob or anybody else along that offensive line that those guys were particularly eager to get in pads to lean on people in the middle?
Yeah, I think this year everybody was eager to get in pads on offense and defense, and that kind of shows the state of where our team's at right now. Guys want to play football, guys want to hit, guys want to be aggressive, and that's what you want. So.
Chuba, this offseason, the Bears new coach brought the same guys back in.
Yeah, I mean, I think they brought the right guys in, obviously, last year, and we already had a bunch of great guys here already. And I think just building that chemistry throughout the season, working with the guys, it just started to come together perfectly. And this year, we're just looking to build off that. So, yeah, it's great.
Any other questions? All good?
Damn, I didn't even know I had an eggnog, bro.
It's not that bad.
Pretty boy ain't no pretty no more.
I like that.
Pretty boy ain't pretty no more.
I like that.
Pretty boy ain't pretty no more. God.
Oh my god.
Oh, Chew. You need to come with me, bring Chew, man.
One of the other things I forgot to point out, sorry for doing that, is shout out to all the admins of the 704 Charlotte Bound Show.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to all the members, the
Mhm.
paid members of the 704 Charlotte Bound Show. They're still out here paying their fees and supporting us. I appreciate it all, bro. I appreciate it. We'll never take it for granted over here.
No,
Trust me.
definitely not.
I'm gonna go to Edge first on this one. Edge, give me the top 4 running backs in the NFC South at the end of the year. Give me the top 4.
Wait, the top 4 in the NFL, or just list the NFC South
South.
running back? Okay.
Oh, so right now, I got Bijan Robinson. What the hell? Can't drive for shit. Sorry about that. That's some people can't drive. No, but I got so his name is not Bijan, it's Bijan Robinson. We all been saying it wrong. So so I got Bijan Robinson at number 1. I got Chuba at number 2. I got Bucky Irving at number 3.
Nice.
But I believe he can. If he plays well, he can get to number 2. You know, that's like interchangeable right there between Chuba and Bucky Irving. And then also at number 4, you know, I mean, he on the decline, but you know, I got Alvin Kamara. I mean, Alvin's still that guy, but he's not the guy that he used to be, you know.
That's a good list. That's an excellent list, to be honest with you. Nick, who you got? Moving right on to Claire.
Oh, I'm not bad. I listened to the same. I do the same. I can't even change that.
Claire, who you got?
So, in a way, I really hope that they use Rico kind of as more of relief, Rico Dowdle, because I will say this: I don't trust Canales to run the ball and stay committed.
You better.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
that's
waiting
true.
for Edge. Edge, you're kind of like staticky.
Oh,
No, okay. I couldn't even hear myself think. But I hope he stays committed to it to a degree. Just so that way what I'm about to say hopefully comes true. I have to have Dijon Mustard at number 1. I can't. I mean, it's so hard. I mean, unless he just gets hurt.
Hey.
Look, I could call, so Grey Poupon at number 1. Number 2. Number 2.
Red, get it. You in here, get it.
I would still. I really want to put Chuba because he's going to go. He has to ascend further than where he was at even this year. Don't get me wrong. Bucky is a fantastic running back. I didn't see that coming at all this past year. I feel like I think Bucky and Chuba are very interchangeable, just depending on, you know, the coaching, the scheme, because I know they're going to be on their 3rd offensive coordinator. So who knows how that's going to look. But just due to consistency, I'm going to put Chuba at 2, and then I will put Bucky at 3. And Alvin Kamara, I mean, I forgot they even gave him a 2-year contract, to be honest with you. I actually thought he was off the team. until like a month ago. So it's about the same as Edge and Nick. I feel like they could be interchangeable. I don't see. There is a scenario where I could see it could be a Chuba and then Rico and then somebody. But Rico, I mean, that we would have to be doing nothing but running the damn ball like constantly and have a success rate of well over 60% every time we're running the ball. For that to, not to say that it can't happen, but I mean that means also we would be taking a lot of the shine and the highlight away from QB1. And I know a lot of people will get their pants in a twist if that happens. So I don't know. There could be a reality though. It's not impossible where you could see a Rico Dowdle and a Chuba Hubbard as a 2-3 or a 1-2 or a 3-4 in this league, and then someone else on the other team is going to be number 5. It's possible.
It is.
I'm
well,
not,
actually, can I switch? Can I switch out my number 4 guy? With Alvin Kamara.
You gonna put Rico?
I put Alvin Kamara. No, I put Alvin Kamara at 5. I'll put Tyler Algier at number 4, and I'll drop Alvin Kamara to 5.
Really? I don't think Algier is going to see the field enough. Not with what Bijan does. Bijan.
No, he does. No, he doesn't. But when he does see the field, you can't deny what he can do.
I'm not saying you're wrong.
And he's not even 26 yet. But the kid can put up numbers when he needs. So, I mean, before they got Bijan Robinson, Bijan Robinson. Algier was a 1,000-yard back before Robinson even got there. I think he cracked 1,100 before he got there.
Hardness. You sound like your phone.
So I'll put. So I'll put Tyler Algier for Alvin Kamara at 5.
I mean,
I don't get mad at Edge because I have to remember who Edge is. Everybody knows what Edge's slogan is, bro. So he is again making some dude that definitely shouldn't be at number 4, but I respect his answer.
I mean, so the only thing, this is again one of those topics where it's hard for me to trash our running back room. We are the only team in the NFL who currently has 2 running backs on the roster that went for 1,000 yards plus just last year.
Yeah,
only last year. I'm not talking about ever, just last year. So do I feel like they are both going to crack 1,000?
It's possible.
It's possible. I'm not going to get behind it and say that it's going to be true, but it's possible because anything's possible. But I would almost see someone like a Rico making a run at exceeding that threshold and being a number 4. I don't think Alvin Kamara is going to stay healthy, if I'm just going to be honest with y'all. I don't think he's going to be healthy. I could be wrong, but I think somebody who's an RB2 is going to become the number 4, and it's not. And then the Saints running back, whoever it's going to be, is probably going to be number 5. It could be Algier. It could be Rico. I don't know enough about the Bucs' other running backs outside of Bucky Irving, just because that's all who we've talked about lately, to know who would be his number 2.
White.
White is still there? Rashad White is still
White
there?
Is still there. Yes, he's still there.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. There's your answer. I don't think it'll be him either, but anyway.
So look, I'm gonna say mine real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right off the bat. People probably not gonna agree. I got Chuba at number 1. You gotta will shit into existence. I do believe in the power of that. Bijan at number 2. I mean, I know very well that Bijan could be number 1, but the season ain't been played yet. I got Bucky Irving at number 3, and when I give my list, any one of these dudes can move around in the different positions. We know this.
Oh God, yeah.
And at number 4, man, I'm coming back to Dowdle because I've seen it happen before with guys that just add up like that or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It would be incredible. I don't think Kamara is gonna have a better year than Dowdle. You know what I'm saying? And Dowdle is playing behind a way better line than he was playing behind last year. So, as like Claire said, it all is contingent upon Canales running the ball consistently.
Yeah. And getting creative.
Better do that because you cannot throw the ball if you don't have a respectable ground game.
I think he's going to have to either he needs to open up his playbook, or he's going to have to really start getting creative when it comes to the
He's
run
gonna have
game.
to find another fucking job. Is what is gonna happen. Man. They ain't playing that shit this year. All right, so this is, I don't generally use PFF, but you know, at least they got the stats and all the shit. But PFF's top 25, I think. They got Derrick Henry at number 1. I don't think I would argue with that, except I would have put Saquon at number 1.
They don't even have Saquon in the top 5.
Nah, he's right here, number 2.
Oh, I'm looking at this little blocked out thing shows 1 Derrick Henry, 2 Bijan, 3 Jacobs, 4 Irving, 5 Connor. That little graph underneath you.
Yeah, but I'm going into actual.
Oh,
list.
Okay. I just saw the graph because when you see PFF, that's what you. Yeah, that's what you see usually. You look at those kinds of graphs. That's why I was like focusing on that. My bad.
No, okay. I don't know why they put Derrick Henry ahead of Saquon after the year he just had. I don't think I can say is that maybe people feel like they got more tape on Saquon and what they like to do, considering that Kansas City seemed to have controlled him in the Super Bowl. That's the only thing I can think of. Like maybe they unlocked something.
It's called consistency for Derrick Henry over Saquon.
Yeah,
because you haven't heard like an injury with Saquon, and when he did have an injury, he still went over for 1,000. I mean, Saquon's been out for 2 seasons at one point in time, in between roles. So that's what I'm thinking. It's the consistency part of it, and plus
it's the availability.
And plus Derrick Henry's been at it longer than Saquon. Yeah.
And then, under Bijan Robinson too. And one thing I want people to be like, start reading stuff and using your mind and using logic when you read. Like even at number 3, they said Bijan Robinson, Atlanta Falcons. They said Robinson not only recorded the second best, and what does that say, Claire? PFF rushing grade. They're saying that this is our list. They ain't got to necessarily be the correct one. This is how we see it. It doesn't make PFF correct if you think otherwise. But they said rushing grade in NFL last season, 92.1. But he also flexed his talents as a receiver, earning an 8th ranked 82.2 PFF receiving grade. That combination led to be the league's most valuable running back in 2024 per PFF WAR. Like they're announcing themselves.
I mean, to be fair, there's no. I mean, shit. Bijan, he is a very viable weapon in both receiving and rushing. So can't take that away from him.
I think we're gonna slow his ass down this year, I don't think I said slow him down. I ain't say stop him. I said slow him down. Especially in the future because of those bookends we went out and got. Princely, and I don't know if y'all seen that video Princely did in his apartment or whatever, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
These motherfuckers ain't playing games, bro. They don't even know how to turn it off in practice. So you think they're just going to let him do what he wants? I don't see that. Jahmyr Gibbs of the Detroit Lions. Jahmyr Gibbs is always silently doing his shit, bro.
Yeah.
I just don't think they say his name enough. He'll be silently over there in Detroit getting it done, bro. You got Josh Jacobs with the Green Bay Packers, formerly with the got Bucky Irvin at number 6. But they're going by Bucky Irvin's numbers last year. Believe that, because Christian McCaffrey at number 7. Now
that
we all
is
know that
so
is way
stupid.
too fucking hot, bro. That's just notoriety alone.
So here's the fun part.
Christian McCaffrey won't even be in the top 10 this year.
Well, here's the fun part with that. I remember watching, like, you know how the NFL top 100, that's all players, right? So I get there's some bias, but it just drives me nuts when I see stuff like that. And it's like, and I remember sitting on I was sitting down watching his name pop up, and I'm like, The dude didn't even play but 6 games last year. And
Yeah.
then when I listened to his clip, I'm like, let me just see what they say. And in fact, I was wrong. I gave him way too many games. He only played in 3.5 games last year. Yeah. And I'm like, why is he even on this? I know y'all like him, and I know what he means, but if we're going based off just last year alone, this man shouldn't have even been listed in the NFL's top 100 by the players. But the fact that he's number 7, it's like
they going off what some shit he did in the past.
It's just I love the caveat and the little disclaimer. There should be an asterisk right by here when it says when he's healthy. There should be an asterisk.
Yep.
Because only when he's healthy, which ain't that very often, very often at least here lately. Yeah, he's good. I'm not going to take that away from him. Yeah, he's great. He's probably one of the best running backs, if not the best running back sometimes of the year when he's healthy. But he ain't been healthy. It's like, I can't stand that. I don't know. I don't know why that irritates me. It just does. It's like if he didn't even play.
Popularity contest.
Well, it's like if he didn't even play, then why is he even in the fucking top 10? Put his ass at the bottom. He didn't play enough. Well, fuck the popularity contest then. Fuck it all.
They know damn well he didn't earn that.
As one of my friends in college used to say, fuck the bullshit. Fuck the bullshit then. Fine. Whatever.
Yeah, they ain't never going to stop doing it.
Yeah, well, they should.
Because, I don't want to get into that now, but did Josh Allen win? Was he the MVP last year?
You don't want me to answer that either.
If we're going by the stats, was he?
If we're going by stats, that should have been either given to Lamar Jackson again or Joe Burrow.
They just didn't want to give it to Lamar Jackson, and they didn't want to give it to Joe Burrow because he didn't get into the playoffs, right?
Which is so fucking stupid. Oh my God.
I'm gonna tell you the only way that I agree with that Josh Allen shit was this, Claire. It's because he ain't have no fucking wide receivers. He didn't have a bunch of household name of wide receivers.
No, and I mean, and that's also been
the only thing I give him, bro.
Yeah, well, that's been my argument too. And I'm not trying to bring this to who because it'll start a whole tangent. But when people say that a quarterback needs a guy who can give him 1,000 consistency and be this prototypical number one, blah, 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 blah. I always go back to Josh Allen this past year and go, where was his prototypical number one who went for over 1,000? Don't worry, I'll wait.
Correct.
Because he didn't have one.
That's a fact.
So it's like when y'all say that a quarterback to be good needs to have this type of guy who can do this type of thing. One of the people, and I know people, there's, arguments that he shouldn't have gotten an NFL MVP, but he got the MVP regardless. And he did have a good year stat wise. And it's because he spread the ball around and because his number one receiver wasn't always the same guy every single game. He used his weapons and elevated the talent around him. That's why, when people say, a quarterback needs that, Josh Allen can do it without it. And he just proved it. Not saying that everyone should be like Josh Allen, but to say that that's what every quarterback should need, apparently not every quarterback needs it. So anyway, moving on.
That's a whole fact.
It's a whole fact, but that'll start a whole other conversation that I don't want to get into. But yes, it is
I ain't getting into that shit. But look,
that's what I'm saying.
Because if you're talking about Cam, I mean, damn, he didn't have.
No, I'm not talking about Cam. Okay. I'm talking about when certain people say things about our current quarterback and what all he needs and everything. Okay. And it's like, yeah, well, he needs it for other reasons. But I'm telling you, if y'all think every quarterback needs what y'all think Bryce needs, they don't.
Nah,
they don't.
But no quarterback is going to turn down talent. None of them.
No, and they should never. How dare you? Like, why would you?
They're going to always want the best players around them, bro.
Of course. I expect nothing less. Nothing less. Of course.
Let me see. Yeah, that Chris McCaffrey shit is some bullshit. James Conner, no. He shouldn't be in the top 10 either.
Look, but can I sound like an idiot? Why is he? Is it because he's got is it that 92 thing that they're talking about over the past 3 years?
The thing is, I just think some of these sites and some of these things have their people and people that subscribe to them, that entertain them, that I don't know, shout out PFF. Like some of this shit is definitely personal on their part, you know?
Yeah.
Ain't no way in fuck. Look, first of all, James Conner didn't have a better year than Chuba last year. But we'll see where Chuba's ranked. I mean, I already know where he's ranked. I think he's like 15th on this list.
Oh God.
Yeah, so
I mean, to be fair, and I will say this because you kind of glossed over A-Chain. He is somebody who I think could be like one of those for y'all that do like the fantasy shit. I think he's somebody that could become in that who could elevate to that conversation too. There's been a lot of people talking about him as being one of those like sleeper top 5, guys recently.
Yeah, but
I guess this is why.
Yeah, Miami has been slowly losing pieces on their offensive line every year, though. So,
that's true. They just drafted some guy recently,
right? Which is why I also have because in order for us to have a correct debate about this, then I also have their top 25 offensive lines per team. You know what I'm saying, to make because that goes hand in hand with running backs, and that's why I pull that up too, so I can make the point I'm trying to make. With Chuba, we got Kyron Williams from the Rams, Kenneth Walker III from the Seattle Seahawks. I'm not hating on none of these. James Cook should be in the top 10. I don't know why he's outside of that. I don't know why.
He was probably the most productive option that the Bills just had last year, but anyway.
And Claire, just when I started questioning myself, like, maybe I'm giving PFF a hard time.
Why the motherfucker?
And then they put Ashton Jeanty.
Oh my Lord.
Who ain't played a game.
I get
who hasn't played a game.
Put it this way.
Into the top 20 and says that he'll be better than Jonathan Taylor, Breece Hall, and Chuba Hubbard, who've been putting in work every year. This dude ain't played a game yet, and they got him ranked at 13. I
will always have this. I don't care who you are or who you like. And this has always been my philosophy at every position. Until you play a whole season, your ass is ranked at the bottom of every list because I have no clue what the fuck you're going to do. Why anyone would put anyone who's played multiple seasons, why anyone would put a rookie over those players? Unless the players are like second, third string, then I understand. But if we are talking about starters in the NFL and you have the audacity to put a guy in there who we don't know what he's going to look like in the NFL, he could come out here and blow it out the water and, outdo what Saquon just did last year. He could, or he could also be average because most guys get humbled when they come to the NFL. Some don't, but most do. So I would not have put him up anywhere near that high. You could argue somewhere 25 and lower. I could see something like rank 25 maybe, but 13th.
Okay. So my thing is like,
okay,
like how we talk about it's like when Claire and as you guys are say, I have to see it first. So I'm not. You don't put Ashton Jeanty in the top 25 list without even seeing it yet.
I'd put him 25 is the highest I would put him in this list, and that's if like as we're going down, just the options are not looking all that great to put against him, like odds wise. But still, most of the time, I'm putting you 31, 32, 30, something like that. Like I'm not even meh.
So shout out to Nick Tri-State. He said Bijan is definitely number 1. He's got Chuba at his number 2. Ed said that Lamar Jackson should have won MVP last year.
He absolutely him or Joe. Absolutely. There's no contest.
Him or Burrow. Come on, bro. Like Josh Allen, Navash, he said Josh Allen had a really good running back and tight ends, though. They did. Look, I said, listen, the thing that if they were saying, look, we were judging a lot of it off the fact that he didn't have household receivers, I get it. He wasn't a horrible, he was a good quarterback. Shit,
he still is a good quarterback,
But his numbers were not better than 2 other guys, bro. I mean, I thought Burrow was fucking ridiculous. His numbers were crazy.
He was doing everything he could to get his team.
He played on a bad team, and like you shouldn't be penalized for that.
Yeah. And I mean, and it's and honestly, and it has
And they
nothing to
really
do.
weren't
I
a
mean,
bad team. They just did.
yeah.
They win like fucking 12, 13 games. Hold on, they won like
No,
how
they
many
went
games did
like they went either 8-9 or 9-8 last year,
Oh,
and it
I'm
just
thinking
wasn't
about
enough.
okay. I was watching Quarterback on Netflix. I'm getting them confused with another team. I think it was with Detroit. Detroit was playing somebody. Yeah, hey, shout out to yeah. If you haven't seen Quarterback season 2 on
That is really good to watch.
Netflix, go check that out, bro. It's
Mm-hmm.
good stuff. I wish they get some
But
other. I don't know why they brought Kirk Cousins back for a second year. Man, go get some other guys, bro.
I think they did that just to see from a different point of view the same guy on a different team, maybe. Probably because that's not something that you're gonna get to see too often. Shout out to Creekside for that.
Shout out to Creek for the $1.99 super chat, man. Appreciate that, bro. Go ahead,
But
Clay.
but no, I think that's probably part of the reason, if I'm being honest. I think it's because we have an opportunity to see a guy in a completely different light, completely different setting, a huge change, let's see how that's going to look, and how he reacts, things of that nature. So, but no, they will branch out. I'm pretty sure, I'm pretty sure they're going to get, there's going to be, I don't know if they have this thing where, what is it? Not All or Nothing. What's the one? Hard Knocks. How they don't do rookies. I wonder if they just don't follow rookie quarterbacks. I mean, or some of these guys who are expected to take a leap. I think, not to get too off topic, but I think guys who are like needing to prove themselves or make it to that next level. Everybody's going to hate me saying it, but I think CJ Stroud, I think Bryce could even be a candidate for that. Just watching how he progresses through this year, because as much as people don't want to say that he's not on the hot seat, he is a candidate for the hot seat this season, whether people want to believe it or not.
He is.
And I think with CJ Stroud, it's because he's his offensive line, he's lost a lot of those guys. I mean, more or less most of his receivers that he had last year, except for maybe Nico Collins. I mean, he's going to have a whole new crop of guys. So, I mean, there's some differences there. Caleb Williams, especially with how, I wasn't a big fan of Caleb Williams in general, but my God, the fact that kid got sacked what was it, like 60, 70? It was some ridiculous number. And to find out that he avoided on his own 50 that could have been potential sacks to add to the existing that he actually took.
Correct.
My good God. Oh my God.
Yeah, man.
Lord, like there's some people and it's not that I don't want to talk to the guys like Jalen Hurts who just went to the Super Bowl. It's not that. It's just talk to the guys who are obviously going to go through it this season and who really have something to fight for, because you're going to get some raw energy out of that.
Yeah, that's why I say people, like, when people start like read up on some stuff carefully, you know what I'm saying? Like, really do your homework, like how people just off the top, they'll be like, Caleb Williams this, Caleb Williams that. But like when people say you got to put things into context, it's just like what you just said. Like, do you know how many times he got sacked last year? You know what I'm saying? Whatever, that shit matters.
I think it was 72, Twan. I can't even remember.
And common people that just run their mouth they don't bring that up or whatever, or they are like it. That shit fucking matters. That matters. So if he was able to become, look, same thing with CJ Stroud, but how many times did he get sacked in his rookie year in the last 2 years?
A lot.
These dudes really could be hurt right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As far as QB, man, the show on Netflix, I'd be glad if they mix it up more. You know what I'm saying? Look, hey, just give people what they want. I mean, I will showcase 2 black quarterbacks and two white quarterbacks or whatever.
Yeah.
Just mix it up. Don't make it sound like only white guys are quarterbacks and that's who y'all going to display on every show. People want to see. I already know they're going to be afraid of people like Lamar Jackson because we don't know who he hangs out with. And like what his lifestyle is like,
I'm here to tell you right now,
well, some people want to see that shit.
But Lamar is so for anyone who has never anyone who has never even heard Lamar talk, really, it's because he's a quiet guy. He doesn't even like bragging about himself. He's very selfless. I've seen so many interviews with Lamar, especially when he was coming out. The kid, I mean, he will talk his shit when he has to, but overall, he gives all the credit, every ounce of credit he could ever dish out to anyone. He never even, I don't even think, and this might rub some of y'all the wrong way, he doesn't even thank God first half the time. He thanks his line, he thanks his coaches, he thanks his wide receivers, he thanks everybody but himself, then God, his mama. Like, he thanks everybody. Like, he is not someone like anyone say, well, I don't know who he hangs out with. I can promise you he's probably gonna be at home most of the time.
Really
watching film. And he's probably hanging out with his teammates. Like, who the fuck cares? Like,
it's still interesting. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but it's just like he's getting to see how these guys are like in their lives, just like, I mean, as Justin Jefferson, when they did the wide receiver show, I mean, Justin Jefferson, I learned truly how humble and just how humble he is in a sense with his, not really personal life, but with his humble. Yeah, he goes, they came over. He's like, yeah, so this is the crib. Here's this, here's that. And someone asked him a question and I can't remember what it was, but I remember his answer. He's like, nah, it's just me. He said, I've got a townhome. He's like, it's just me. He's like, I don't need all that.
Yeah, he just
you learn he learned
around and shit.
Yeah,
I know. Look, I'm not naive enough to know that. Look, they're gonna shoot what they want to shoot. You know what I'm saying? He's not gonna let them follow him around 24/7.
Well, I'm sure he's got all kinds. I'm sure he's got all kinds of stuff that, I mean, it's not like he took. It's not like he took us on a tour.
Yeah, but we don't deserve. Look, it's one thing for entertainment, but we don't need to be involved in these people's private life.
No.
We don't need to see all of that.
I think the coolest thing, I think it was Justin Jefferson, but I think one of the coolest things was actually getting to see like one of their personal chefs prep their food. That was cool to me because I love cooking. But like getting to see like what they do on it, like how they like meal prep for for the players and the recipe. And, the guy was even talking about based off of his trainer, we're focusing on this, and this week. Next week, it'll be a different set of dishes because we're going to focus on this, and this. That's just cool stuff you don't know about or think about, and to hear it, it's like, so this is how this looks behind the scenes. Like this is what they go on to deal with on a daily basis, or how they run
like
shit.
that on YouTube. There's a show like that on YouTube with these different chefs. I follow this female, this young lady on YouTube. She doesn't say who the basketball player is, but she posts all the meals that she cooks for him, and on her YouTube channel. And now I think she has 2 basketball clients, but just to see what she preps for them and like, I ain't gonna lie, sometimes I see some of this shit and I'm like, damn, bro, like she made something that I really don't care for look really, really good, bro.
Right?
So and, now I'm ready to try that shit, bro.
Yeah. So I mean, like there's a lot of stuff that you get to see in these shows that kind of gives you an idea and a look into what they do to prep for what is the equivalent of like a battle and getting into a car wreck every Sunday or Monday or Thursday. And just what they do, even down to, the food that they put in their body. And I know it sounds weird to focus on that, but it really gives you an idea of what they focus on and what they prioritize. And seeing guys prioritize their health, in real time, not just saying, did this diet plan and did this. No, but just seeing these guys actually do what they can in every way possible down to the food that they eat to make them better and to perfect their craft, and that going into it and being a part of it. It's really cool to see stuff like that. So
I ain't gonna lie to you, Claire. We had the opportunity to do that in college. It wasn't like your own personal one, but we like, if you wanted to lose weight, or sometimes your coach got with the nutritionist, because it'd probably be about 3 or 4. And if you like, look, I'm trying to do this. If you want to bulk up, trying to slim down, whatever, you would give it to one of the nutritionists with the team. Instead of you making your own meals when you came into the team, to the team mess hall or the team lunchroom or where we ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner, they would prep your stuff for you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they would come out and make your, whatever, instead of you making it yourself, or they'll teach you how to make whatever, whatever. Like if coach was like, put him on proteins, then, that's what they would do, And I know during football season, I ate a lot of grilled chicken, a lot of salads, They make you stay away from the pasta, even though they put it out there. The dudes they want to bulk up, they want them to eat a lot of pasta.
Oh yeah, well, carbs, that's part of it. Carb up helps you bulk
shit.
up.
Mickey used to put cards with all the players' names on certain sections of the food. It was like, "Do not eat here."
Oh yeah,
you better not pick a spoon and nothing up from this section. You had to literally
putting little like, red stop signs like Twan, stop.
You would have to literally say, "Hey Claire, go get me some pasta, bro." Bring it back on your plate.
Could you imagine like having the little red stop sign taped above where the food is and be like, if your name is listed here, stop before like.
Bro, I remember we had chicken parmesan one day. Well, chicken parmesan was kind of the protein dishes, and old girl, I remember her name too. Her name was Dolly. Dolly was like, "I can get you the chicken and the sauce." She said, "But you ain't getting the cheese."
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, damn, the cheese is what make the shit kind of. Nah, Coach said you can't have that shit.
Oh yeah, they do everything. They want to keep you held. They want to hold you accountable and make sure that you do what you're supposed to do.
Alternative that, like, if we just tried it, we would have probably fucking liked it.
Yeah.
Like one thing my wife has me on now. I fucking hate kale, bro. I hate kale.
I do too. I don't like the taste of it, like raw, like plain.
But what she did was in my salads. She's like, well, I like lettuce though, right? So she get the place to mix the lettuce and the kale together, you know? And one of the things that I added, and look, y'all can get on me, but this shit tastes delicious. Like, so I usually get like chicken Caesars, right?
Yeah.
And I'm telling you guys, look, if you guys add like pecans or like
it's so good.
Add like some type of nut to your salad, it tastes so much better.
Pecans or almonds,
bro. I can't fuck with almonds.
So
pecans,
I can.
Right, bro. You know,
pecans are nice.
So
I always do pecans and then like some kind. I'll even add like dried cranberries, some kind of that strawberries,
some type of fruit. Look,
blueberries.
I'm trying to wait to show y'all later, but I'm slimming down tremendously. But yeah, man. Like I got croutons taken out of my salads and pecans added. And it's just like I don't even miss fucking croutons no more, bro.
Pecans are so good in a salad, man.
Yeah, bro. And the salad is crazy.
I love stuff like that.
Let's keep it moving with this shit, man. I'm about to get hungry. I got me a couple salads on the way here. Shout out to Farmside, a restaurant here in Raleigh-Durham that only makes salads and shit. Shout out to them, bro. You know what I'm saying? And there's another good salad place if you like salads called Chopped. Chopped is really good. I think they're everywhere.
Chopped is good. Well, they're not down where I'm at, but Chopped. When I lived in Charlotte, I think
good salads.
There are 1 or 2 locations for Chopped. Yeah, they've got great food. Good food.
And you know what's crazy about my salads now? I'm gonna leave this shit alone before I bore people to death. I used to throw like all kinds of fucking cheese in my salads and shit. The salads I eat now hardly have any cheese in them.
I don't even put, if I have any cheese at all, and then we'll leave it alone, like you said, I will either do, because I love this. This is not for everybody. I love things like feta or goat cheese.
I love feta. Fuck goat cheese though. I wouldn't. That's like eating white doo-doo.
I grew up. I grew up Portuguese. There's a lot more of like goat and lamb, over there. So, I mean, there's definitely more of that than cows. So that's very common for there to be like goat cheese. But I love feta. I love feta cheese. And I'll either do that or I'll get like maybe like feta. Parmesan or something like, like not the powdered shit, but like the fresh grated,
hard flakes.
Yeah. The actual, I'll do that. But outside of that, no, anyone who's still, I'm gonna not say something rude, but I was about to say for any of y'all still putting and sprinkling like shredded cheddar cheese on your salads, I'm gonna need you to like elevate your salad game a little bit.
Get your shit right, man.
Get your shit right.
Elevate your shit. Hey, look, man, bro, that's crazy that I be craving salads now, bro.
Well, it's not even you. It's probably because now that you're on this path for health, your body starts craving things it didn't know it ever needed, and that's what happens. It's true. It's a real thing. I didn't even know it was a thing until I did a diet plan. Like, Abs facts. Take care of your body and yourself. I'm trying to do that.
You can't be eating on fucking burgers and shit all the time.
No. Well, and honestly,
to,
most people, when you start getting over 30, your stomach, at least mine, it can't handle it after a while. It's just like I can't do it anymore.
Fuck you.
Yeah.
Shout out to MDJ365, man. Shout out to MDJ, man. Always coming and supporting the show lately. My man is always, I appreciate that, MDJ. He said AC always come with some good stats. I'm a big fan of Caleb Williams' talent. Creekside Entertainment in the building. I think Caleb is going to be nice, especially with the coaching staff now. Yep. MDJ again, the wide receiver one last year was Jettis, Kittle, St. Brown, and Devontae. Devontae was good.
I feel like Jettis, was that supposed to be Jefferson? JJ? Because Jettis is not. I don't know who that is. I know who the other three are.
Yeah.
But I think maybe it's supposed to be Justin Jefferson.
Ed said I would have a chef too as a pro. You damn right.
Oh yeah. Especially one that specializes in dietitian, nutrition, gastronomy. Anyone who specializes in those three things.
One of our players just said that interviewed and said that they met the chef with. Who was it said they met a chef?
JT
with FedEx or some shit.
JT
like
Sanders.
Yeah.
JT. Mm-hmm.
He's like he said I'm gatekeeping her. He don't want everybody to have her.
No, I mean there are people. I mean, a lot of chefs, especially if they're personal chefs, and until they make it, I mean, they're doing regular old 9-to-5 jobs. They got to make money too. So until they become, more well known, or sometimes they're working in a kitchen or they're working multiple jobs, because cooks don't get unless you're at that 5-star, 4-star, 3-star even area, you're not making a lot of money as a chef. You're really not. It's so, I mean, some people probably heard FedEx and went, really, FedEx? And it's like, well, it's not like they're out here making bukus, guys, like unless they become, like an Emerald Lagasse or Gordon Ramsay, they're not making a lot of money. like chefs don't get paid a whole lot. I mean, they make great stuff, but they don't get paid a whole lot until they make it. And it's hard. It's a competitive job. So
look, all the lovers. Yeah, that's what they call Jettis.
I thought it was Jet. I didn't know it was Jettus. Okay, I thought it was just jet, like an airplane, like a jet. Okay, my bad. Well,
yeah, I respect the chefs, like especially the ones that work in kitchens with others, and all of them call each other chef. That's some hard shit, bro. That shit is way too intense. I watch a show called The Bear.
Oh, I love The Bear. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that show so much.
We're gonna have to talk about that shit one day, bro. But yeah,
I love that show.
My mental health would not allow me to be a chef, bro. Fuck that shit.
Oh yeah, no, it's his IG handle. Well, NDJ, if y'all haven't learned, for some of y'all know this, I'm not on social media like that. So when y'all say that's on his IG, I'm like, okay, I'm not on IG, but. So, but no, yeah.
You're on X. Other than that,
yeah, you ain't gonna find a whole hell of a lot. But no, I did not know that. So thank you for letting me know. But The Bear, we'll talk about that off of here, because I'm sure whoever is still here and y'all are still like commenting and listening. Shout out to y'all for powering through hearing us talk about salads, feta cheese, and The Bear.
Good shit though. So, hey, the link is in the chat right now. So anybody that wants to come in and talk about Chuba Hubbard as we keep going, Claire, let's take a look at these.
This is so stupid. I'm sorry. It's that last part.
Hold on.
That last sentence.
One of the things, I know that. That's what I was going to point out with Chuba Hubbard. It says even with them, not me. They said it. They said Hubbard ranks 8th amongst NFL running backs for whatever they PFF war is, right?
Over the past 2 seasons.
Over the past 2 seasons, not one, but 2 seasons. It said he posted an 86.3 PFF rushing grade or whatever, and then they said some dumb shit at the end. It says they're basically saying they're holding him back and putting him at 16 because his receiving grade holds him back from placing higher. Let me tell y'all something. running backs that receive the ball is more new age. They didn't really do that shit like that back in the day. And most of the receiving yards that they do is usually off screens. You know?
Yeah.
Like, bro, he don't have to do that. He could just be a bell cow running back. Everybody don't catch passes, bro, coming in like that or whatever. Some can do it. Most of those guys don't run routes. We see Christian McCaffrey do it, and now we got spoiled. But he ain't the go-to. It's the receivers are the go-tos. I mean, the other way that most running backs can receive the ball is on wheel routes. And that's when you're trying to catch a defense off guard. But yeah, man. I mean, I wouldn't penalize him for this shit.
I mean, I think it's dumb just in general because it's like if let me okay. How could I phrase this? Because I hate when people try to hem you up saying you're trying to compare the two. But if we are looking at productive quarterbacks, right? Jesus, running backs, and we're basing it all on what they did receiving and what they did rushing, both. I'm going to tell you right now, then Derrick Henry should not even be number one if we're adding all that shit together.
That motherfucker don't catch a lot of passes.
He averaged, I mean, he's had 1 year where he caught a fair amount, but it's like he's not. I mean, let's look. Yeah, he's not doing anything more than most average running backs who are probably catching out the backfield catch, and he definitely doesn't have. Okay. Oh, y'all are cute.
Bro. You know that's how
yeah, I mean, Derrick Henry, as far as a running back, like just pure running, got you. But if you're going to use a receiving stat, which isn't even part of a running back's initial primary role, as the reason why you're going to hold him back from being ranked any higher, then use the receiving stats when you're ranking everybody else. Because if you're not, and you check out the receiving stats, Chuba Hubbard's a top 10 running back.
Well, I mean, we tried to tell them that shit, but they didn't want it. Too busy, sucking off running backs on other teams. So, that's that. Let's take a quick look at the offensive lines, according to PFF. No surprise that Philadelphia Eagles is at number one, and they definitely need to be there. Steen ain't the greatest guy on that line, though, and their center ain't the greatest guy on that line. It's those fucking tackles.
Yeah.
It's the guys that are protecting the quarterback. Because if you do the science of that, Mulata and Johnson protect the quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Even though they got a big-ass quarterback like Cam Newton was, you know what I'm saying? Like, they really kind of struggle in the interior except for Dickerson. But you got a running back in Saquon that can dodge people so easily until anybody beating Jurgens and Steen, Saquon can get by them. And, I mean, they primarily ran Saquon to the left side of the ball now. Wonder why, Claire?
Because of the protection.
Yeah.
Protection's a lot better.
It was wise for them to do that. They got the Denver Broncos at 2, Buffalo at number 3, Chicago at Bears at number 4.
Well, that's interesting, but okay.
Yeah,
I get it's because
we haven't seen it yet, though.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, the biggest thing that they did. I mean, Drew Dahlman, that'll be an interesting thing to see. And I know Jonah Jackson. I mean, he was highly regarded a while back, and as long as he can stay healthy, then they'll be good. Braxton Jones and Darnell Wright they've been coming along nicely. The biggest acquisition they had was Joe Tooney. So I mean, if everybody stays healthy and you put it all together correctly, that I could see this, but putting them 4 right now,
nope. Chicago Bears don't have a better offensive line because they ain't even proved than us.
Maybe.
And I'm comparing these lines to the Panthers. They don't have a better offensive line than us. They had
the worst line last year, so to go from worst to 4th.
Come on, man, fuck out of here.
I would put them. I would. I would put
them, but they wouldn't be ahead.
24. I put them 24, maybe. The Colts.
Another thing, bro. I I'm telling you, bro, Carolina is just not like in a lot of places, bro. Atlanta has a better line than most of the teams I've read off so far.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Than Indianapolis, Chicago Bears, and Buffalo. And to be honest with you, the NFC South as a unit has the best offensive lines in the NFL because, look, at 6, they got Tampa Bay. At 8, they got Atlanta Falcons. And then they got us.
We should be able. I was about to say.
That shit is funny. They got us at 11. They saying other than the Saints that we have the third best offensive line in the NFC South. And if you know any fucking thing about offensive lines, you know that's a fucking lie. You know that's a lie. You know that is a lie. I'm going to read what they said. Draft picks and free agent acquisitions paid off the Panthers in 2024 with arguably the NFL's worst offensive line becoming a top 10 unit. But y'all got them outside the top 10. If right guard Robert Hunt can find his old form, he will pair with Damian Lewis. Didn't Robert Hunt just make the fucking Pro Bowl?
Yes.
Okay. Thought I was having fucking brain problems right there. He will pair with Damian Lewis to be one of the best guard duos in the NFL. The same can be said about Carolina's tackles. The team will need left tackle Akeem Ekwonu to take a step forward. I agree with that.
Yes.
In his 4th season, after he earned a career high of 71.7 PFF grade in 2024. But what they don't mention about Akeem Ekwonu is that he will fuck you up during the run.
Oh yeah, he has like a fucking 80-something grade in that.
All they did was mention his passing coverage. You know, so man, look, I don't.
And I'm surprised. I mean, Timo's like he's also ranked high in the 70s. He's almost almost like an 80-something, but they don't even bring him up. Timo. Yeah. But the Bears being 4th, that's okay. The Bears should be the Bears should not be 4th. Here's the thing. People are putting too much stock into the fact, and I think it's because they made all these changes to the O-line and because they got Ben Johnson, and that is great. But I can promise you, you don't go from giving up 68 sacks one year to giving up damn near 0 the next year. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible, but without seeing it on the field, I'll give you grace and I'll put you at 24. I'll even put you at, maybe I'll put you at 20. I am not putting you in the top 5 just because you went and got some nice pieces who, as a whole, you have no idea what they look like yet.
Yeah, or how they going to gel together. Detroit Lions at 13, Packers. Who do they have on the bottom?
The fact that and y'all got them ranked over the Baltimore Ravens, and oh my God.
They said the Texans got the worst, even though they just made just as many adjustments. They made just as many adjustments as Chicago did.
But I think the biggest thing is because they got rid of Tunsil. But I mean, here's the thing, though. What people don't know is, as much as Laramie Tunsil, I mean, he's always been regarded for the longest time. The Cincinnati Bengals should be at the fucking bottom. Has Joe Burrow really ever had an O-line since he's been in the league?
The thing is he's just like Cam in a lot of ways, bro. I remember when him and Cam when Cam did an interview with him once, and they compared each other and a whole lot of things. Joe Burrow even admitted. Joe Burrow says, even in the fashion world, he said people can be such assholes. If you guys go back and look at that interview, he said a lot of the things that I do. He said I tend to think that I have a very different sense of fashion, and he says I wear wild shit. You know what I'm saying, or whatever. He said, man, I hated that you had to go through people saying you dress weird or whatever. He said I dress weird, and he said, and they call me Joe Cool. You know. Yeah. I seen this. Joe Burrow had on a suit one time. I was like, damn, that's a nice black suit. And then when he turned around, his back was completely naked in the back with some lace around it. I'm like, and y'all killing Cam Newton? He said everything that they got on camera about, they celebrating him. I wonder why. Well, I'm not going there today, but I wonder why.
Yeah. So I mean, the Texans. I mean, the Texans
are saying that we ain't gonna beat the Jacksonville Jaguars, and they're trying to shit on the defense that we have this year, which we do really have to see. Yeah, that's why I'm not worried about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hopefully, we'll have their quarterback back there running for his damn life.
To be honest with y'all, there are a lot of people in the NFL world, analysts, whatever, who have talked about us losing game 1. I think the game at its worst could be a close game, and it could come down to maybe who has the ball last, maybe.
Yep.
But I also feel like, and I've been getting flack for it for over 2 years now, that there are a lot of people, not saying he's not special, not saying he's not a great player. So before anyone comes after me, retract your claws.
It don't matter if they come after you or not.
But it's the fucking truth. Look, I get it. Travis Hunter has been doing something for a long time, and he does it very well. Playing the both sides, and he's quite proficient at both. The thing is if that is your reasoning for why you think we're going to lose, that's a very shitty reason. Mm-hmm. It is. Because people don't bring up Josh Hines Allen, who is, to me, scary, in my opinion. I don't want to deal with him. And I know people, I don't know why people are talking crap about him now when he was probably I think, outside of Malik Neighbors, he had the most receiving yards out of any of the other rookies, Brian Thomas Jr. And y'all are saying that because of one guy, we're going to lose. That's the game that we ultimately have no chance of winning because of one guy. One guy.
That's what they're saying.
Okay. Well, I would rather say we keep it close. We could potentially lose or win, but there's so many people who are saying it's definitely going to be a loss, and all I hear is it's not Trevor Lawrence. It's not because of the running game. It's just because of Travis Hunter. Okay, look, Travis Hunter was great in college. Till he proves otherwise in the NFL, in my opinion, he is nothing to be scared of right now.
Mm-hmm. MDJ said JP, they're going off PFF grades. That's why I always take PFF with a grain of salt. Me too, MDJ.
I forgot about Tank Bigsby, MDJ. I totally forgot about him. That's true too.
Shout out to JP in the building. Said since the O-line been bums for a while, yeah, they bummed up. And they really didn't do anything to change it. But it's like this. You giving Joe Burrow all this money, which is he earned it, right? But he ain't going to be around long if you don't get him some fucking if you don't get him some help, bro. Look, so people are probably wondering, man, why do you have this play up? And Claire, I'm going to take us out of the picture real quick.
Okay.
So, because we're talking about Chuba Hubbard today, man. No, look, Bryce Young did a hell of a thing, and this is one of the things that I think he can be really, really scary with this year, Claire. When I told you, like, he found his legs last year, this was a touchdown run that he had with the Cardinals last year. But, Claire, who do you think I have this play up for?
Chuba for that block he put up.
Let's take a look at Chuba Hubbard real quick, man.
I mean, he even fell down.
It's not the block, it's the blocks. Chuba Hubbard goes down to one player and keeps him from getting, then gets up. And then he was the reason why Bryce was able to score.
Mm-hmm.
Like if
this doesn't happen, that's
yards.
Yeah.
It's more than just yards that he gets. It's the shit that you don't talk about. Look how he undercuts his lineman right here, gets up, and still is able to defend. Look, if he wouldn't have got up and continued down the field with that block, Bryce would have never scored, bro.
Well, let's be honest, too. If he doesn't come and run up and take that guy's legs out from under him, Bryce gets sacked, or he gets a hell of a lot of pressure.
So he saved him twice.
Right? Because whoever that was, 70, which that's Brady Christensen, by the way, he had one hand on him. That's it. It's like he missed his whole, to me, he missed his assignment, but Chuba did his job.
Let me tell y'all something real quick. All running backs don't do this. Bucky Irvin don't do this. Bucky Irvin is too small to do this shit. Berkey don't do this. I'm going to be honest with you. Bijan Robinson ain't never been called the greatest blocking running back either. That's just not something that he specialized in. Chuba loves the fucking contact, bro. And I'm not taking anything away from Bijan. I'm just saying Chuba is more than what y'all just think. Y'all look at stats about his running and catching. It's more than these positions than what you guys see in numbers. Claire, there's no way, there's no stat for what he just did. It's not going to be put down.
No.
I mean, what are they going to call that? Hustle plays?
I guess. I don't know. I
Another
think it's.
question I want you to take a look at too is this: the center really didn't even do his job. Chuba did.
That's
it
what I
for him.
said. It looks like a missed assignment.
Wait, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Take another look at the center real quick. The center is he's looking left.
Eyes on 42, which I don't know why, because 42 was not showing any type of advancement, but I had his eyes on 42.
Let me slow it down for him, Claire. Boom, right there.
Brady's not even looking at 25.
Exactly.
He's looking at 42 and whoever that is running away. I don't know what the number is.
Circle it back. Chuba, perfect freeze frame right here, Claire. Chuba notices that he's coming through scot-free.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Gets over there. Boom. So now he's got to jump over Chuba, which takes him. And Bryce sees that. Bryce is learning that he's got a time clock. So Bryce is saying, look, just in case he's able to keep his feet, I'm going to take off with all this green grass over here.
Mm-hmm.
Look at Chuba right now, Claire.
He sees Bryce.
He's visualizing what Bryce wants to do. You feel me?
Yep.
What does he do? Turn around and look
and now 42 becomes an issue. Well, I mean, that's the thing I didn't understand. 42 was eyeing the whole. 42 must be a linebacker.
Mm-hmm.
Based off of where they were in the. I don't know who 42 is. I don't follow the Cardinals that much, but yeah.
Right. Gets up to him, and guess what? Totally takes him out of the play because he still had the angle on Bryce.
Yep.
We'll take that shit back. Dude still got the angle on Bryce. So I guess I don't know if he thought Bryce was going to cut back up, but Chuba was able to get over there. He was able to get over there, Claire, swing his hips, and get in front of dude.
And all it takes is it's just a couple seconds, and that's all he needs because he lets him go, so he doesn't get a holding call, and there it is.
So the whole play we just showed you with the Chuba thing, and then also at the end you got our tight end down here waiting in the end zone, like
JT,
perfect,
JT,
perfect fucking play, bro. So even Icky did a good job on that play, bro.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. So something that actually did he get a flag? Did he draw a flag?
No,
I just saw
that flag was on the Cardinals. We scored.
Oh, okay. I couldn't remember. I saw the laundry on the field and went, oh, well.
Yeah, it was on them for holding towards the end of that play.
So as far as something to keep in mind, and speaking of the Cardinals,
mm-hmm.
if you really want to look at something very interesting when it comes to, and yes, this is going to be talking about how short Bryce Young is, but it's not in a bad way. It's more so really looking at what these lines have to do for the quarterback. If you look at how the O-line has been coached, especially early on in Kyler Murray's career when he did make a Pro Bowl appearance,
mm-hmm.
What they do, or what they start to become more comfortable with doing or trained to do, is they push the guys. They almost make a horseshoe around the quarterback. That's not usually very typical, but they do it in sections so that way the quarterback has at least two lanes he can see to be able to move into or throw. And that's something that I noticed a lot when they did it with Drew Brees. There was a lot of similarities to the line scheme and the line setup between the Cardinals and with the Saints when Drew Brees was there. The first year, if you watch Bryce in his rookie year, there was very little of that movement. There was very little of that line adjustment to where there was lanes to either for him to move through or lanes for him to be able to see. And either by way of getting a better O-line coach or by way of just getting, whatever it was. And it's probably just better linemen too. But when they move out and when they push him out and move into this horseshoe motion, especially between the guards and the tackles, it does create those lanes that Bryce can see through and or make a move through. And you weren't seeing a lot of that motion or adjustment when it was in his, freshman year, rookie year. So just something to think about if you ever want to pay attention to that. It's really interesting just to like look at the history of guys who are not usually the standard height of quarterbacks and what good coaching and offensive, line coaches should do to make the adjustments appropriately so their guys can expound upon their abilities. But go ahead.
But let's check that. Because I want Nick to get his point out. Shout out to Nick Tri-State who just came to the show too.
What up, y'all?
Tri-State, what's good? I'm glad you're here, bro. I'm glad you're here because Nick Tri-State appreciates it. But look, shout out to MDJ, man, when he says, "Damn, that's a hell of a block twice." MDJ, but like they don't talk about this shit with Chuba. But listen, I don't know if you saw the play yet, Tri-State, but look at this beautiful fucking play, bro. When it comes to Chuba Hubbard, bro, are you looking?
Yep.
Okay, so you see Chuba in the background, right?
Yep.
Watch Chuba. I'm going to pause it a little bit too. Watch Chuba. Let's go. This is what they don't talk about. Boom. See that?
The birds. Yep.
Took him out. Look. See Chuba? He gets up. Right?
Yep.
He sees Bryce taking off. Look at Chuba.
Somebody getting blocked. Yep.
If Chuba doesn't get both those blocks, Bryce ain't getting in the end zone, bro.
But hey, look at Bryce pull to go back towards Chuba so that the dude has to come to Chuba.
Exactly. Glad you noticed that.
I just seen it just now.
Bro, look at that. This is the look. It's more than just what you see on the stat book, bro. Now, Tri-State, what is that? What stat is that? What does that go down as?
That would fall under intangibles. That's what the intangibles fall into. The important stuff that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, aka the hustle plays.
And if you think I'm picking on Bijan when I said that, Edge is a fucking University of Texas fan. He said, true, Bijan wasn't the greatest blocker. He knows it. He knows this guy. So
that's why they keep Tyler Algier.
Go ahead, Nick. Gaskins. Go ahead.
That's why I want to say two things. One, that's why they keep Tyler Algier. That's why Tyler Algier ain't going nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
And then I want to say, to add on to what Claire was saying about the pocket thing, Claire, if you go back and look who was the highest paid lineman on that team every year while Drew Brees was there, I bet you it was the guard. I bet you it was the two guards in the center.
Well, and that was going to be the other thing I brought up with Drew Brees, something that everyone should have. Every time the Saints made the playoffs, they at least had one interior guy, if not two, make the Pro Bowl. Yep. There's a reason for that.
Everybody was fussing because they gave freaking big number 50 all that money. The statistics show that if you have a shorter quarterback, you want to get stout in the middle of the field. So that way the goal of your tackles is to push the guys around the quarterback and give the quarterback an option to step up or a lane to be to run in if he has to.
Step up to see or to have a lane run. It makes a horseshoe. If you ever watch it play out correctly, it looks like a horseshoe.
Correct.
So, and if your line's not doing that, either because they're not being coached well enough or because they're not out enough, or that too, then it's going to cause it can cause problems with guys who are vertically challenged, shall we say?
Y'all heard Trevor Wallace light up Chuba in practice today?
Yeah,
we talked about it.
You love to hear it.
Yeah, I said it. I was like, look, bro, that's a good thing.
That's a good thing,
that's
exactly.
A great thing.
We know what we got in Chuba. We know we don't know what we got in Trevor Wallace, so that's a good sign.
I like that they going at each other like that because on Sunday, that's when they, when they pad up and they go like, oh, we are on the same team. That's when it comes together like Voltron on Sundays.
Hey,
Yeah, exactly.
hey, I want to say something, Twan. I bet you $5 after that daggone what you call that press conference. Chuba went in there. Hey man, you had me up here lumped up.
Yeah. But look, I'm gonna tell you this though. I guarantee you Chuba gonna get him back. You think I'm not gonna get you back, you crazy, bro.
Oh, I'm sure they will,
Everyone
but
gets got. You always get got.
but that
you know I'm
level,
gonna get you back, right?
Yeah, everyone gets got.
Yeah, that passion and competition needs to happen in practice,
You know
not
I'm
just
put you on
within
your
their
ass
own
to practice
rooms.
one day, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
It's a gladiator. It's a gladiator sport. There needs to be
Exactly.
a little bit of violence in there at times.
Well, there's a book.
It's a
I
lot
can't remember
violent.
who wrote it. But it is one of the. I love the title, but it's called Nice Guys Will Always Finish Last in Football, and it talks about the brotherhood, the camaraderie. It talks about what they do on a daily basis. It talks about the passion and the grit that they have to play with, and how they make each other better. And it's not always by tapping each other on the back, that kind of stuff. So it's like nice
putting
guys.
me on my ass.
Yeah, you make each other better by literally. It's almost like we make each other better by pushing each other around and making you as comfortable with the uncomfortable as freaking possible. So it's that's why I haven't read it, but it's supposed to be very interesting to get into the mind's eye of how these players think, especially how they are versus on the field and off the field. A lot of people feel like it's like a split personality. Where it's like they act one way on the field but they're the nicest guy in person, but like on the field they're just like a completely it's like how Cam would describe Julius Peppers. He used to describe Pep. He was like this quiet, nice guy. And on the field, it's like he had that visor on, and he would always. He said in his first practice, he saw that guy, and he would always change like the protection. He'd be like, "You block this motherfucker out here, like move over." Like
JP said Wallace didn't. He said Wallace did not. Pun intended. Not up. Hubbard like that. He said, what do you call it? He said he got the
he said it. He called it an eggnog, which is just like an egg on your noggin, and he's like an eggnog.
Hey, look, man. I don't know if you guys know this, but this is Rachel, one of the reporters with the Carolina Panthers. This is what she had to say about you, Hubbard.
Chuba Hubbard, ride or die, 2025. In 2024, with 1,195 rushing yards, that was 8th overall in the NFL. Everyone overlooked Chuba for so long, but last year he proved his worth, and the Carolina Panthers believed it. They paid the man with a 4-year contract. So coming into this season, he's ride or die all day. I'm drafting him everywhere, and you should too. Chuba Hubbard, ride or die, 2025.
Go. Listen, for the naysayers still with the Chuba Hubbard thing, teams don't pay players to suck.
No.
Especially at the running back position.
Yeah.
And one thing I want to praise Carolina for this year is getting ahead of these contracts.
Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Nick Tri-State said it. He said it. Watch in 3 weeks. We're gonna be calling freaking JC's contract cheap.
Cheap as hell.
Yep. It should look like a bargain now.
I'm glad they're getting. And the other thing I want to point out with Carolina, in case you guys haven't seen this changing, J.C. Horn, we drafted him. Chuba Hubbard, we drafted him.
Yeah, they starting to become leaders.
Brown, they're starting to pay the players that they draft.
Yeah, Derek Brown drafted him. Tommy Tremble drafted him.
Icky gonna get another one.
Mm-hmm.
I think Icky is gonna get another one because I don't think that we have to be as strong. This what Claire put out. I don't think we have to be as strong out there as long as Icky is serviceable.
Yeah. JP.
They said even if we're best friends, you cannot do me like that. I would not allow. Believe me or not, I do not.
I care.
Hey, look, man, but look, everybody knows in practice though, we ain't fucking friends in practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Damn, he said he didn't even know he got lumped up.
Yeah, he knew it. I call cap on that shit though. He knew.
Yeah, you walk around here with that daggone big ass
Well, I
knot
don't.
on
Well,
your head.
maybe not. Now, maybe not. Maybe he didn't. Because if he's, depending on the moment, everything that was going on, if he still had adrenaline running through him, he might not have felt it. It's possible.
Was there any video of this hit?
Nah, they ain't let
There probably is out there somewhere, but
yeah, they ain't gonna let him play that.
no.
Dang, I don't want to see the hit. What I want to see is the violence from Trevor Wallace. I don't really care about the scuffle.
Oh, from what it sounded like, what was written is that Chuba swung first, is my understanding.
From what I read, Trevor Wallace blew the play up.
Bro.
From what I read that he blew up the play. He knocked Chuba on his ass, and then Chuba got up vexed. Like,
yeah, he apparently.
But
Chuba
you know what? It's like
advanced first.
Everyone gets got, man. It happens in practice, man.
Especially in practice, bro.
Yeah, bro.
not even only in practice, man. But when players tell you about that "I got you" moment, it's like, okay, it happens. It's a violent sport. I got. I'm gonna try to get you back.
Yeah.
That's just like oh boy, because my favorite "I got you" moment is your boy from the Steelers. His daggone name. I can't think of his name right now. The wide receiver.
Ayana, is iPad still working?
Who from the Steelers? Like which one?
The DK Metcalf.
Oh, DK. Oh, okay.
The DK Metcalf's "I got you" moment is my favorite "I got you" moment in the world. Because guess who got his ass?
Shout out to MDJ, man. He said, JP, he said, Wallace ain't getting up there talking. He said, maybe Chuba put hands to him.
Well, he did. I mean, they did say that Chuba swung first. I mean, he got, after he got out, he stood up, he said he swung first. So,
Canadian.
Canadians aren't as nice as people say, eh?
Hey, the Canadian, bro.
Because everybody says Canadians are too nice.
Well, the nicest people, shit.
Not Chuba.
the raging Canadian.
That mother said, I'm different.
Built different.
The raging Canadian.
Hey, that ain't all of us, bro. Shit.
Yeah, that's true. So now we're gonna watch this. Apparently, no, I'm kidding.
Watch what?
Whatever popped up, it looked like a model, like some kind of like swimsuit runway thing that popped up
man,
briefly.
I thought I removed that shit. Hold on. I'm glad I had no crazy shit pop up. Sorry about that, y'all.
I don't think any of the men are going to complain.
Oh, not at all.
I don't think they're going to complain.
Hey, play that shit back.
He'd be like, yeah, we don't know what Claire was talking about. Play it back so we can confirm that she saw what she saw. Like,
yeah, it was just the model, man. She had clothes on.
And she had a swimsuit with something on, some kind of something. I don't know.
Bro, that dude is just a burst of power, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, another thing I'm liking about Chuba too is Chuba is guys on defense are. I've heard a lot of different guys on defense say, I hate tackling this dude because he throws all his weight. Like, you're gonna earn that fucking tackle, bro. Sometimes it ain't the greatest thing to tackle a dude. Sometimes, bro. You think tackling Henry is fun?
No,
these dudes trying to get out the way.
It couldn't be me. Let's just put it that way. It could not be me.
Why you think nobody tried to
in the cold? How about that shit?
Oh yeah. What? Hey, why you think that none of them daggone defensive backs try to go straight head up with him? They try to get him from the side so he ain't gonna rip your ass open too.
There was somebody, I don't know who it was, but there was a defender. Somebody called him a pinball, and I get why, because he just, I guess he just tries to bounce off everything. But no, someone called him a pinball.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you go straight up with him, he's gonna bounce right off of you. If you go straight up with him, not too many men are willing to go straight up with him.
No,
that's a business decision.
Mm-hmm.
And look, can we? The last thing I
Chuba
want to talk
is
about
very
Chuba
physical.
is this. Chuba Hubbard he's way more shifty than people give this motherfucker credit for too, bro. He can cut so easily. And that speed move is crazy too, bro. Look how he recognized the defender and cuts on the drop of a dime and then spin moves his ass.
Mm-hmm.
He's shifty as shit, bro. Because I mean, look, they in the goal line defense. Look, they got 5 linebackers running across. He killed both of them. You know, he would have kept running to the outside. They would have tackled him, right? The 2 outside guys. He put both of them on the brakes.
My favorite is the touchdown against Arizona, how he broke both those tackles like simultaneously.
Oh yeah, he ran straight. He split
Yeah.
them.
Same 2. But look right here, Tri-State. Look at the 2 guys on the end that traveled out there with him. It's like he crossed them up. Like, boom, y'all stay over there. I'm going over here.
That cutback. That cutback. hey, that cutback was serious right there.
Serious, bro.
Old boy he left old boy out there.
Yeah, like, where are you going, bro?
Hey, and I'm telling you, in that moment, I can just hear him saying, "I got you, bitch."
Easily. Look, check this out, y'all. 704 Charlotte Bound Show. I thought this was a great show today, man. I told the staff, man, you know, we're trying to keep the shows to 2 hours on Mondays. I'm going to keep my promise. You know what I'm saying? We're at the 2-hour mark. And again, they all for the next 2 weeks, I'm doing this thing called Player Series. Today was the second day of the Player Series. First day was Bryce Young. Now we got Chuba Hubbard. The next Player Series is JC Horn. It's JC Horn.
Can't wait for that.
The JC Horn one, I could give you the background right now. And the JC Horn one is JC Horn will be an all-pro this year. He did the Pro Bowl thing, but we're gonna make cases of how JC Horn can be an all-pro next year. Nick Tri-State, do you think he's far away from that now as it is?
He definitely isn't. I mean, there was the executives did that poll, and you know, a lot of them had him ranked in the top 3 in the league. So, yeah, he absolutely has the talent too.
So, and then the last rounding the Player Series out, we will be talking about Mr. T-Mac himself and what it will take for him to be 2025 Rookie of the Year. What must work on offense with Bryce, with the run game to help him out. You know what I'm saying? How hungry will he be? Is he looking at that? Is he striving for that? You know what I'm saying? Let us know if you guys have enjoyed this Player Series that we did, man. Today was Volume 2 with Chuba Hubbard, and we got to see some good things with Chuba and talk about him and how he ranked. We didn't say nothing too crazy, like he gonna be the number 1 receiver, running back next year, but we'll take his shit. You know what I'm saying? We had to ban a motherfucker for being disrespectful today, so you won't see his ass no more. You know. We're talking all this dumb shit about kings and shit, and then you gonna talk shit about the dude that's getting it done every year. You know, gave him a chance, Tri-State. Gave him a chance. Gave him a chance. He just wouldn't stop, Tri-State. Also, Tri-State, get your boy, man, over there with Big Tight, man. That Rashad dude, I had to cuss that motherfucker out.
Oh, he's a clown, bro. He is an absolute clown.
He waited for you to leave to start talking shit.
Really? What was he saying, bro?
No, he just like trying to keep taking digs at the Knicks, you know, and y'all ain't like he said the Lakers gonna be in the finals next year, and the Knicks was lucky, and that'll never happen again. I'm like,
he's just a bro. He's just he's a literal hater. He's a little hater, and
That's
he
what I told him. I said, bro,
he
you
contradicts
want to give me a
himself,
definition of a hater.
bro. He contradicts himself all the time, bro. He was like, "Yo, Luka Doncic is the shit," you know, and he uses that he brought him to the finals as an example. But I'm like, you say Jason Kidd ain't shit, but he brought his team to the finals back-to-back years, so make it make sense. Oh well, Jason Kidd's stats and da da da. I'm like, bro. Go watch the game, bro. Go watch how he played basketball.
Just a new school dude that like the
bro.
Shout out to JP. JP said player series is straight. He said I could not have asked for better content. Hey, bro, man, leave Chuba the fuck alone, bro. Look, man, the night is still young, so I hope everybody does their thing. If you want to follow me, I'm about to head over to on Spaces and spend some time with Cody and them and see if they would pickle in them. I told them I would drop by and check them out. But Claire, man, how'd you enjoy the show today, Nick Tri-State?
That was tough as always.
Be improved.
No. Trust me, this is one of those topics where I couldn't even. I mean, I've been going hard on this team in a bad way here lately, but I mean, the running back room is a room I can't even touch it. And like I said, Chuba is one of my favorite players on this current roster. So definitely wasn't going to come at him sideways by any means necessary because he's done everything you could ask of him and more. So
Claire, I had to give you something inspirational. I couldn't leave you out there on blank.
I appreciate it. It.
Nick Tri-State, Claire, give me your shout out so while you're at it.
Oh, my shout out. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Twan has said it, multiple times. I feel like the rest of us on here don't say it enough. Without y'all, we don't have a show. It's that simple. That's why we love it. If you guys ever want to in the chat, bring up a topic to talk about, especially if we've only got like a one topic kind of show going and we're just going to talk about it for most of the time, feel free to just say, hey, did y'all see this? Can we talk about that? And you can even come on the show and present it if you want to. I'm fine with it as long as it fits within what we're talking about and it's not something overly, over the top. Like if you guys want like no Epstein files conversations, that'll get all kinds of controversy and crazy.
We can talk about that, but on another show.
On a different kind of show, yeah. Different kind of show. Let's not pair up Chuba and then talk about Epstein or Epstein. However you say the damn name. Anyway. But anyway,
predator.
Yeah, oh Lord. But shout out to y'all and shout out to, Nick, well, Tri-State, I think you're the only one outside of the regular panel who actually joined us tonight. But shout out to y'all and just have a good
y'all. Thank you for letting me have me up.
Nah, I'm sorry. I really just wanted to drive us tonight. I didn't put the link in until way late, bro.
Yeah.
So,
But no, shout out to y'all, man. Have a good week. I'll have I'll say it now. It's not like a big deal. I am moving on from my current job. I will be starting another job within the company, just in a much better role and a promotionary role.
That's good. Hey, shout out to you, dude.
So that'll be starting. I just got everything confirmed and was able to announce that shit at my current place. So hopefully a lot less stressful, but no, it's hopefully going to put me in a better place to succeed and go further within the company because I love the company. My work got to the point where I was thinking about work when I wasn't working. I was having nightmares about work, worrying about the stress of it, and I'm like, I can't live like this. So I made a decision for me and my family. So I'm excited, and that'll all come together in August. But no. I'll pat myself on the back for that because that was a long time coming and tried to work to get to that part. So
congratulations, Claire.
Thank you.
Amen. Bearded Wonder, shout us out.
Oh yeah, man. Hey, shout out to everybody in the chat. It's like Claire said, she said it the best. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Shout out to JP. Shout out to Tri-State. I ain't gonna call him Nick because he got my name and it's my name because I'm older than he is.
Oh my Lord.
Blue shirt is coming up.
Yeah, that blue shirt's peeking through.
Yeah. Hey, but this shout out to everybody, man. Hey, blessings to everybody. Everybody have a great week. I'm gonna keep the violence down to a minimum this week.
Oh, you would never. You would never. As JP would say, you would not, KNOT, you would not even think about doing that. But okay.
So, we'll be back on the next show either Thursday morning or Friday morning.
Y'all take care. Have a good one. Good looking out.
Shout out Tri-State. Appreciate that
Good
for
looking.
coming through, bro. So we'll be going again live again Thursday morning or Friday morning. It'll just probably be me, Nick, and Edge, because I want Edge to be able to get these shows in as well. And we're trying to get in 2 shows a week. So yeah, man. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Nick. Thank you, Edge, for coming through, showing your face. Thanks to the people in the chat. Man, I'm just so grateful to be alive, bro. Shout out to my brother 704 Steplin. Bro, we still missing you, bro. Never forgotten. Never will be forgotten. Just, I don't want to get emotional, man. Just, we miss you, bro. We miss you, bro. This dude has really, really been on my mind lately. And that's my brother, bro. 704 Charlotte Bound Show. We'll see y'all next time, man.